Welcome back. Imagine a machine so powerful, so massive, and so unstoppable. It doesn't just drive over terrain, it erases it. An 8x8 monster built not for roads, but for places where roads don't even exist. At first glance, it looks like something from a military convoy or a sci-fi movie, but this is real. And what you're about to see might completely change how you think about off-road vehicles. This is the 2026 Ram 550 Chassis Overland 8x8, and it's not just a truck. It's a moving fortress, a luxury survival machine, and one of the most extreme overland builds ever created. Now here's the thing. Ram didn't just wake up one day and decide to build an 8x8 monster. The idea behind this machine goes much deeper. It starts with the already capable Ram 550 chassis, a platform known for its durability, heavy-duty towing, and extreme reliability. But someone looked at that and thought, what if we take this to a level nobody expects? And that's exactly what happened. At its core, this beast is stretched, reinforced, and completely re-engineered. Instead of the typical four wheels, it rides on eight. Yes, 8 massive all-terrain tires, each one designed to grip, claw, and dominate any surface. But what's truly fascinating is not just the number of wheels, it's how they work together. Most people assume adding more wheels just means more traction, but the real story is far more complex and much more impressive. Each axle is carefully calibrated to distribute weight evenly across the vehicle. This means whether it's crawling over rocks, pushing through deep sand, or slicing through mud, the pressure is balanced in a way that prevents sinking. It almost feels like the truck is floating over impossible terrain. But that's not even the most shocking part. The engineering behind the drivetrain is where things start to feel almost unreal. This isn't just a bigger version of a normal truck system. It's a completely reimagined setup, often featuring custom transfer cases, reinforced drive shafts, and synchronized axle control that ensures power reaches all 8 wheels efficiently. And when you combine that with the raw power of a heavy-duty diesel engine, the result is something that feels unstoppable. Picture this: a massive turbo diesel engine under the hood, producing enormous torque, enough to pull heavy loads, climb steep inclines, and power through terrain that would leave normal trucks completely stuck. But instead of struggling, this machine moves forward with confidence, almost effortlessly. And just when you think it can't get more impressive, there's another layer to it. Because this isn't just about power, it's about control. Advanced suspension systems allow each wheel to adapt independently to the terrain. That means while one side of the vehicle is climbing over rocks, the other side stays stable. The ride remains surprisingly controlled, even in conditions that should feel chaotic. But here's where things get really interesting. This truck isn't just built to conquer the outdoors, it's designed to live in it. The overland conversion transforms the rear of the vehicle into a fully functional living space. And we're not talking about something basic. We're talking about a luxury mobile home built for extreme environments. Inside, you'll often find a compact yet incredibly efficient layout: sleeping areas, a kitchen setup, storage compartments, and sometimes even a bathroom. Everything is designed to maximize space without sacrificing comfort. Imagine being in the middle of a desert, miles away from civilization, and still having everything you need to survive and even relax. But the real reason this machine exists is something very few people know. It's not just about adventure. It's about independence. In a world where most vehicles rely on infrastructure, roads, fuel stations, support systems, this 8x8 Overland beast is designed to break free from all of that. It's built for people who want to go beyond limits, explorers, adventurers, and even professionals who operate in the harshest environments on Earth. And what happened when these builds started appearing surprised everyone. Because suddenly, it wasn't just off-road enthusiasts paying attention. It was filmmakers, expedition teams, rescue units, and even luxury travelers looking for something completely different. But let's go deeper, because the design of this machine tells its own story. From the outside, it looks aggressive, almost intimidating. The extended frame gives it a commanding presence. The oversized tires, the lifted stance, the reinforced body panels, everything about it screams power. But there's also a level of refinement that you don't expect. LED lighting systems, custom grills, aerodynamic adjustments, and high-end finishes make it look just as premium as it is powerful. It's the kind of vehicle that turns heads whether it's parked in a city or climbing a mountain. And then there's the technology. Modern overland builds like this often include solar panels, advanced battery systems, water filtration units, and satellite communication tools. That means you can stay off-grid for days or even weeks without needing external support. Think about that for a moment. You're completely disconnected from the world, yet fully equipped to survive and thrive. But wait, because there's something even more unexpected. Despite its size and power, this machine is surprisingly precise. With advanced steering systems and sometimes even rear-axle steering configurations, it can maneuver in ways that feel almost impossible for something this large. And that's when you realize this isn't just brute force, it's intelligent engineering. Now, let's talk about performance in real-world conditions, because that's where this vehicle truly shines. In deep sand, where most vehicles struggle to maintain momentum, the 8x8 system distributes weight so effectively that it glides across the surface. In mud, where traction is everything, 8-driven wheels ensure constant grip. And in rocky terrain, the suspension articulation allows it to climb over obstacles that would stop even specialized off-road vehicles. But here's the twist: it's not just about going forward. It's about going anywhere. Whether it's deserts, mountains, forests, or frozen landscapes, this machine adapts. It doesn't just survive different environments, it dominates them. And just when you think you've seen it all, there's one more detail that changes everything: customization. No two 8x8 Overland builds are exactly the same. Each one is tailored to the owner's needs. Some are designed for extreme expeditions, others for luxury travel, and some for professional use in remote areas. This means every build has its own personality, its own purpose. And that's what makes this concept so fascinating. It's not just a product, it's a platform for imagination. But let's rewind for a second, because there's a surprising fact that most people completely miss. The idea of multi-axle vehicles isn't new. Military and industrial machines have used them for decades. But combining that concept with luxury, comfort, and everyday usability, that's what makes this 2026 version so revolutionary. It takes something purely functional and turns it into something aspirational. And that shift is what's capturing attention around the world. Now, as we move toward the end, there's one final thing you need to understand: the most insane feature of this entire machine. It's not the engine. It's not the wheels. It's not even the luxury interior. It's the freedom it represents. Because this vehicle removes limits. It allows you to go further, stay longer, and explore deeper than almost anything else on the road or off it. And in a time where everything feels connected, mapped, and explored, that kind of freedom is incredibly rare. So when you look at the 2026 Ram 550 Chassis Overland 8x8, you're not just looking at a truck. You're looking at a vision of what's possible when engineering, creativity, and ambition come together. A machine that doesn't ask where the road ends, because it never needed one in the first place. And once you truly understand what it can do, one thing becomes clear. This isn't just the future of overlanding. It's the ultimate expression of going beyond boundaries.